welcome back to the channel. Today we have some very exciting news regarding Star Wars Hunters. This is a game I've been streaming a lot on my Twitch channel. Go check that out, link in the description. But basically, we just got a Star Wars Hunters 0.13.0 update. This is very big because we haven't really had an update, especially not like this, in a very long time. This update specifically, I'm going to go over these patch notes with you. This update specifically has so much jam-packed in here. So, soft launch expansion. We're excited to announce that Star Wars Hunters soft launch is expanding. The game is now available on supported iOS and Android devices in Australia, New Zealand, Taiwan. In addition, support for traditional Chinese, Italian, German, and French languages has been added. Alright, so that's great. So already we're getting an expansion to what we have already. We're going to have hopefully a lot more players in game since less regions are going to be locked. Still holding out hope for NA on the 28th here, so we'll definitely see if that's the case as well. The first thing here that they're going to be updating as far as gameplay is jump. They've changed the jumping system in this game. In an exciting update to gameplay, players can now jump and climb, and clamber in the arena. Players now have access to a jump button that can be used at any part of gameplay, in any part of gameplay. Players can press this button to have their own hunter jump at any time, not just when next to an obstacle. Jump will also allow players to cleanly bypass small obstacles in terrain without having to walk around them. A reworked clamber mechanic is triggered automatically to contact with low walls, to reach not only all locations that previous climb mechanics reached, but also traverse innumerable similarity scaled, but not marked up obstacles across our maps, such as the sides of staircases. Very good update. Launch pads will remain unchanged. Amara Vex's grapple ability and locations remain unchanged. This is amazing. This isn't even all of it. Let's see here. In this new addition to the game, this means we have adapted the abilities for some of our hunters. Sprocket has a new passive, Overclock, which replaces Command Chair. With this new passive, after the medical droid is placed, it heals more strongly. For a few seconds after the blaster turret is placed, its fire rate is boosted for a few seconds. Okay, so just a slight buff to both of those right when they're put down, which is awesome. Due to the addition of Jump, Zaina's Augmented Leap has been replaced with a new passive, Combat Medic. This results in her back-to-bomb and its modules having an increase to its healing amount, and when used on an ally with critical health, below 40%. Alright, so amazing already. The jump mechanic was something we didn't know we needed. Alright. The game worked just fine without it, but it did limit us to going certain directions and doing certain things because of how maps were set up. And now, for instance, on the payload map, which was called Aftermath, you can now jump up on the ledge without the aid of that one jumping that yellow thing on the ledge. So that's super awesome. That means you can go all the way around, which is great. Let's see here. Alright, so, that's enough of jump. We'll move on to the Battle Pass. This is huge, alright? It says, we are excited to reveal our Battle Pass for Star Wars Hunters, launching on May 16th. That's in 5 days. That'll be on Monday for me. Awesome. Well, for everyone, I suppose. Players will be able to earn Battle Pass XP while playing and unlock exciting in-game items. Battle Pass XP will be earned through playing matches and completing daily and weekly challenges. To commemorate the new feature, all levels in our first Arena Pass are able to be unlocked for free. Later editions will include both a free and paid track. Our premium all-access pass will be available for purchase with crystals, opening an additional XP track with unlockables, including weapon wraps and legendary costumes. I think it's time to start saving up those purple gems, guys, because we want that premium pass. Absolutely. Limited time event, Matchup Mayhem. Players will now have access to a new limited time game mode, Matchup Mayhem. This mode is only available as a timed event, which will be active at specific times during the week. Interesting. Like specific days of the week? In this mode, players will be placed in an arena with a hunter randomly selected from the full roster, including hunters that the player hasn't yet recruited. Thanks to the Matchup Mayhem's randomized offering, players will get to try out all kinds of new hunters' content, whether they own it or not. Each of the hunters' costumes, weapon wraps, and victory poses will also be randomized. So I think it's interesting how they word this. Players will get to try out all kinds of new hunters' content. So I think that this right here means that the builds are going to be randomized, which is awesome. I love that idea. That's chaotic. Whether they own it or not. So that's what would make me believe that it's, you know, because then it separately mentions each of the hunters' costumes, weapon wraps, victory poses will also be randomized. And it's like, well, what else could they be talking about? Alright, additionally, each limited time event exposes players to a different team composition. So a team could be full of damage hunters one week and a support heavy composition the next. This keeps each instance of Matchup Mayhem feeling fresh. This mode will be accessible either through the Seasons tab on the homepage or in the new mode select function on the homepage when active. Guys. We're rocking that. For sure, we're rocking that. Absolutely, we're rocking that. That is so clean. New cosmetics. A whole host of new cosmetics are coming to 0.13.0. This includes 4 new intro animations, 70 new costumes, 68 new weapon wraps, and 13 new avatars. Oh, and 4 new victory pose animations. New gameplay mechanics and functionality. So this is the rest of it too. It looks like they got some like chroma skins. Very cool. Love to see it. This guy's phone is like dying. Whoever took that screenshot. Alright. New gameplay mechanics and functionality. Okay, so here's like what's really important. These are like the meat and potatoes. This is like what we have access to right now, pretty much. We've made a series of updates to the gameplay mechanics and functionality to improve the player experience. This allows player to utilize their existing and familiar accounts as a login for Star Wars Hunters, thereby securing their progress and allowing them to play across multiple devices. Supported logins include Apple account, email account, guest play. Fantastic. New dynamic victory podium. Our victory podium improvements make each win that much sweeter. So basically, the victory podium just has the characters a little closer together, and they're a little bit bigger too, I believe. So it just looks really nice when they're all standing in kind of a team formation. It talks about aim modes. This is something I tried out and had a lot of fun. New options for aim modes have been added to in the settings menu. This allows player to change between a toggle, hold, or double tap to activate ADS, or target locking, Z targeting. So I actually really like hold because that's what I use on most games, is hold. I don't like toggle. Hit feedback. Improvements have been made with visual and sound effect differentiation between landing headshots and body shots. That's a big word. That actually took me 3 times. Yikes. Message of the day system. A new message system will be enabled and is designed to deliver concise and relevant messages to players. I wonder what that means. Name changing. Players will now be allowed to change their names once every 7 days. Preview and cancel abilities. Holding down an ability button to bring up the ability preview now also pops a cancel button, so players can choose whether or not to use an ability before releasing the button to activate it. Pickups. Health and ultimate pickups now have timers, so players can see how long before they'll respawn. That's good. That's really good. I like the ability canceling, the name changing. I like the pickups. That's really good. I'm very excited to, you know, actually get to see the name change, because my name is a little too long, and, well, like to change that. Bug fixes. As a part of this update, we have also fixed multiple bugs and made several performance updates to the game. So this is awesome. I was really hoping they had made like certain bug fixes that I was looking for, but that's okay. Fixed an issue where players were not notified when they completed a challenge. That's good. All obtain item from shop avatars could now be available for purchase. Should now be available for purchase. That's awesome. Grauza's Stampede ability now deals damage as intended to Sprocket's medical droid. That's good. That was an issue. I remember that. Character voice audio settings now apply correctly. That's good. Party invites can now be properly resent after an invite request times out. The Survivor badge can no longer be earned from taking damage from traps. Earned badges have been enlarged on the match screen to make them more readable. Elimination replay during matches now display the correct player levels. Oh, good. Players should no longer be able to see expired events they didn't participate in. As intended, Hunter's abilities can no longer be used in the air after being pushed into a jump pad by Otuni's Imploder ability. Oh, really? That's really cool. I'd like to test that, honestly, because I know Reeve has a lot of jump pad stuff. The damage indicator when hit by Reeve's saber throw now points to the correct direction. Did it not before? Huh. The highlighted reward in the event reward track will no longer move to the first reward in the track without player input. The package size of the download is now listing the correct size if the game was restarted or reconnected during downloading. A number of smaller audio, visual UI, camera, and description issues that could be found throughout the game. Looks like those are now fixed. A big thank you to all the players who have submitted feedback. We appreciate hearing about your experience with the game. New update launch. The 0.13 update is now available to download in our soft launch markets. The Battle Pass and brand new events are set to roll out over the coming days. That's amazing. So that means we're going to be seeing all of this very, very soon. And I am so excited to be taking part in this. This is amazing. The first Battle Pass being for free, like, that's so big. And I think that, like, I would really hope that this is going to bring more players to the game. I really, really do. Only time will tell, of course. Now, we do have one more link I wanted to quickly look at that has a couple more pictures in it. Okay, this is on the actual Star Wars Hunters website, because there are two places I think we can check. So it looks like all this is the same information, but there's some new things. Like, we have this. You can see this video, which is very nice. Look at that. Those are the new skins. I really like the Reeve one. The Zayna one's cool, and so is the Utuni one as well. Got the Stormtrooper armor. That's cool. Yeah, looks like the rest of this is all the same. It just looks like there was a couple pictures and whatnot. In any event, I thank you all for joining me. I am super excited to see what else these updates are going to bring, because this was a major update, and I was not at all expecting this to really be seeing, because this is huge. You know, this affects gameplay like exponentially. Seeing that they're so open-minded to you know, make changes to their game and things that are going to keep the hype going and make the game interesting, gives me a lot of hope for this game, especially since it's a free-to-play game. I think we're going to be seeing a lot more players, and especially once this comes out, I think this game has potential to blow up pretty big. And we all hope it does too, because that way we're going to get the you know, the ports to other consoles and things like that. Hopefully, of course. So, you know, that'd be amazing. And I'm absolutely still sitting tight for that ranked mode. That's going to be amazing. So, super exciting update. I hope you all have a great time. Feel free to add me in game and play some games with me. Join the Ultimate Hunters Discord, and we can that's where most of the discussion's going on about the updates and whatnot, and character changes. So it's really it's a real treat. So yeah, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more news once those new game modes and everything else does come out. All right, guys, we'll catch you in the next one. Best of luck. Peace.
Psst.